Hello and welcome to a 4PSA tutorial. In this video we'll explain how to set up a new client on a reseller account in VoipNow Professional's interface. We are now logged in as the administrator and are looking at the reseller's management page. On the top side of the page we can see a set of tools for managing a reseller account, including Add New Client. Below we have a list of clients that belong to the same reseller. Before adding a new client, it is recommended that you first check the client and charging templates available in the system. Client accounts can be created without an associated charging plan. However, if charging is enabled on the account, but you don't have a charging plan set up in the system, you'll need to create one. You'll be able to see all of the available plans by clicking on the charging plan icon on this page. Here you can add a new plan or edit an existing one. Editing a plan lets you modify the plan's description, which includes name, outgoing routing groups in use, and specific permissions. You can also modify charging types, fees, sound files, and more. Now let's return to the reseller management page and add a new client. To configure the client account, you will need to fill out the fields below. The first option is Create Using Template. You can select an option from the drop-down box and use a template as a starting point for the client account. Otherwise, we can proceed to filling in the name of the company and the contact name. When typing in a username, please remember you can use the 26 letters of the Latin alphabet and any combination of 10 decimals as well as special characters such as dot, at, underscore, or hyphen. Next, you can choose to have the password automatically generated by checking this box. If you want to input your own password, you can do so in this field. The password has to be at least 5 characters long, and it has to comply with the setup strength level. The following fields are self-explanatory, so we'll skip to the location settings. The country, region, time zone that are set by default and appear first on the list are originally set by going to Unified Communications section, clicking on the Interface Preference icon, and scrolling down to the interface settings. But you can modify them according to your actual location, as demonstrated here. Next, you can select the interface language by choosing an option from the drop-down list. You can also choose the company's industry if you like. If you choose advertising, it is important to know that the client will receive commercials from his business area. If you aren't sure about the client's business type, you can select Unknown. In the advertising template area, you can use the drop-down list and select the template displaying the ads for the selected industry. You can choose to apply the template used globally or the default template that is used for the reseller account. Underneath, you can find a client notes field where you can enter additional information about the account. Finally, we have the charging and outgoing call filtering section. Here you can start by selecting one of the available charging plans from the drop-down list. Then you can select an outgoing routing rule group out of the ones previously defined by the reseller for his clients. With the help of this rule group, the outgoing calls placed by the extensions of the new client account can be restricted. New outgoing routing rule groups can be created from the management page of the reseller account by clicking on the outgoing routing groups icon. If you want to configure the client's limitations, be sure to check the client roles and phone numbers box here before you press OK. Otherwise, just click on the OK button on the lower right-hand side of the page for the settings to take effect. You should also note you can set permissions and limits for the client account at a later time by going to the client's management page and clicking on the roles and phone numbers icon. We are now looking at the roles and phone numbers page where you can set the client's permissions, limits, and expiration date. For each permission you want to grant the client, just check the associated box. In the Limits section, you can set limitations for the maximum number of extensions, customers, mailboxes, and so on. Either check Unlimited if available, or set to a specific value in the associated field. This is also where you can set an expiration date for the account. Finally, we have the incoming phone number selection area where you can assign public phone numbers to your client from the available phone number box. To add a number, just click on it and it will be displayed in the Assign Public Number box. Don't forget to select the OK button at the bottom right-hand section of the screen to apply your changes. This is how you set up a client account in VoipNow Professional. Thank you for watching.